Hey everyone, I wanted to do a chat video today with my newest Reborn doll. I have him here. I haven't done a Reborn chat in a while, but I have been doing a lot of housework today, just dishes, laundry, and cleaning the house in general. But it's raining and it's later in the afternoon now, so I decided why not just take a break for a little bit and change this little guy, because he arrived this morning and I haven't really gotten to spend hardly any time with him, except for I changed his outfit a couple of times after his box opening. I want to change him into something cozy because it's supposed to be rainy for the rest of the day pretty much. So we either have this Winnie the Pooh gown, which is really big and the collar is really wide, so I'm not sure if he'll stay in that. But that was my first choice. And if that outfit doesn't work out, or if I don't like it on him, I will put him in this Burt's Bees non-footed sleeper. I have not done a chat video in a while. So today's chat is going to be about having Reborn dolls and real kids. There's a lot of misconceptions about the way that most Reborn doll collectors treat their dolls. Most people think that we treat these dolls like they're real, like we treat them like they actually are living, breathing kids or something. Me and my husband are expecting our first real child. So a lot of people have said, you know, oh well, you need to get rid of your Reborn dolls, you need to stop collecting Reborn dolls, because I think that a lot of people assume that because these dolls look so realistic, and because I make videos where I am doing like a morning routine or a night routine with the doll, that I treat the doll like it's real and that it's going to take away from the time that I spend with my real child. So I want to talk about how I actually treat my dolls, just in general what I think about the whole subject of having Reborns and real kids. So I have said this many times that to me, Reborn dolls and real children, they can't really be compared. Reborns look very real. When you pick them up and hold them, they kind of trigger like an emotional response for some people. They trigger like the feel-good hormones that you would feel if you held a real baby and snuggled a real baby in your arms, which is one reason why a lot of women love them. And they are a beautiful, beautiful art form. But anyway, the only similarity to me of a Reborn doll to a real child is that a Reborn doll looks like a real child. When you hold them, they melt into your arms like a real child. Now, thunder coming our way apparently. But the comparison for me really stops there, because real children are a responsibility. They are a huge commitment, a lifelong commitment. You really have to think before you bring a real child into the world. Whereas with these dolls, you can, in quotes, adopt one of them, and they will stay little forever. They will never grow. They don't need anything. You can set them in a crib for weeks at a time and they don't need anything. And you just pick them up and hold them when you'd like to. You change their outfit when you'd like to, and there will be no complaining from them. There's no responsibility that comes with them. They're also a lot cheaper than having a real child. Mine and my husband, like I said, we are expecting our first, and our son isn't even here yet, and he has cost us a lot in preparing for him, in prenatal visits and doctor's appointments, all kinds of things. And like I said, he's not even here yet. So when he does get here, there will be even more expenses involved, and he will have doctor's appointments, and yeah. Whereas with these dolls, you can pay your one-time fee of buying them, pretty much, and after that, you don't have to buy them clothes. You don't have to buy them diapers or anything like that. So, to me, Reborn dolls and real children are two completely, whoa, he has very soft hair, so it's very easy to mess it up. To me, personally, I enjoy the Reborn hobby because they are so realistic, they are so therapeutic to hold. They're really fun to dress. If you love baby fashion, then, like I said, these babies will stay little forever. I started collecting when I was a teenager, so at the time I obviously was not ready to have a real child, and I wanted to wait until I was married. When I found these dolls, I just fell in love with them. My first one, I think I dressed her pretty much every day, interacted with her every day, and I have been collecting for about 5 years now. My way of collecting has changed. What I like in dolls and doll clothing has changed over time, and just a lot has changed within these past 5 years. I've also grown up. I'm in my 20s now, and like I said, I'm married. I also enjoy being part of a community here on YouTube, on Instagram, and all of that. So that was a big part of it for me as well. I don't think that I would be nearly as involved in the Reborn doll world. Like, I wouldn't be as much of a collector and enjoy it nearly as much if I could not share my dolls with others online. These dolls are my hobby. They will not ever be treated like a real child to me. I love doing, like, acting on camera, role playing, you know, pretending that they're real on camera and doing all the animations and all of that, because that's just something I enjoy doing in the hobby. But I never actually do a morning routine with them or a night routine. I don't treat them like they're real in any way at all, really. I can go days without interacting with a doll, to weeks, sometimes even months. Some of the dolls will sit in the same outfit for months. Some of the dolls will sit in the same diaper for like 6 months to almost a year. I don't treat them like they're real. So I have gotten so many comments of people saying, hey, you're having a real child, you should give me your doll then, because you don't need dolls anymore since you're having a real baby. But this is my hobby. This is what I love to do. And so many times now, mothers are told, if you have something that you like to do, whether it be makeup or you love fashion, whatever it is that they love to do or whatever they love to collect, that they should find a little bit of time for themselves to continue to do that and to not feel guilty for continuing a hobby. Now, as a parent, of course, you have the responsibility of, I don't know how I'm going to get this on him. As a parent, you have the responsibility to take care of your child, and your child comes first. I have given up many dolls to buy things for our son and to just downsize and make room for our son. I think I have sold 5 dolls recently, and I have sold like most of my Reborn doll clothes. I'm trying to get him to work with me here. He's a bigger baby, so he's hard to dress. I currently have 4 dolls in the nursery, I believe. I have my cuddle baby, Maisie. This big guy that arrived today, I traded one of my dolls that I had for him. This actually fits him really nice. I have Isaac, which is my Robin sculpt, and Bennett, which is my Knox sculpt. So I have 4 babies in the nursery. Oh, I also have my toddler, but she's packed away because she still needs varnish. Anyway, my point being though, that if my son is being taken care of and I'm taking care of my responsibilities as a parent, then I do not see what is wrong with still continuing to collect Reborn dolls. It is my hobby. You wouldn't go to a mother who does makeup or fashion or collects purses or whatever it is and say, hey, you're having a kid now, so you have to give up your hobby, like all of it. And I want to quickly say that I'm not making this video to answer to anybody, because I know I don't have to answer to anybody, but I want to just chat about it. I know that there are a lot of women within the community that when they had kids, that they had to quit the hobby for financial reasons, or maybe they wanted to quit the hobby because they collected for different reasons than I do. Some women do collect because they can't have children, and that's okay. Every collector has a different reason for collecting. But that is not the case for me. And I will continue to collect them even when I have real children. These dolls are going to be something that I enjoy in my spare time, but my children do come first. And my husband comes first. I'm not going to put my dolls before my family, ever. And that's something that I wanted to make clear. And I think that, you know, it's sad that so many women feel they have to give up their hobby just because these dolls, you know, look like real children. And a lot of people don't like this hobby anyway because they think the dolls are creepy and all of that. And again, people like to make assumptions, and the number one assumption is that I think when people first see this hobby is that we treat them like they're real, when the majority of collectors don't. Even if they do treat them, woo, thunder. Even if somebody does treat the doll like it's real, it's really none of your business. So my opinion on the whole reborns and real children topic would be that there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, as long as you are taking care of your parental responsibilities and you are taking care of your child, there's nothing wrong with having a hobby of any kind. And reborn dolls, if you want to collect reborn dolls and you have real kids, then what's the problem with that? Anyway, I think that's it for my chat. And if you all want to talk about the topic, you can in my community section. YouTube is still being a pain about the comments because of the whole situation on all of YouTube with minors back in February. Even though my channel has never even featured a real baby or a real child anywhere, and I myself am not a minor, they still have taken my comments away. And I think they're slowly working on giving them back to some channels, but my channel they haven't given them back to yet. So we'll see if my comments come back soon or eventually. He's so cute. I need to take some pictures of him, but I gotta get back to my housework for the day. And I hope you all enjoyed this chat. Thanks for watching, everyone.